I live in Maryland, and I would go to the DC region, which was in Virginia, and that makes it southeast versus northeast. So I'm thinking I can go to either one, but I'm not sure. I mean, virtually go to either one.
Yeah. What's up? Hi, Deanna.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, Stacy. You don't have to unmute. You're good. I see you. Oh. All right. Well, let's get this party started. I was like super early today, so you know, that never happens. I'm sorry. All right. So how's everybody doing? Are you guys, does it feel like an hour later? Because I really feel like I need to be going to bed right now.
Yes, I do too.
So sorry if the energy levels are just a little down. I was great morning. It was a great morning, but definitely winding down. But we still have lots of successes to share, right? Who wants to share anything?
I have 3 people out of my 4 who are down 2 pounds, and one of them's down 3 pounds. So that was good. I was excited about that because they've been pretty quiet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Has your name always been with the Coach Life at the end? I love it. Has it really always been like that? No.
No, I was putting in the password. I guess I put it there too.
Wow. That's funny.
So, yeah. Oopsie.
I love it. It's great.
That's your creative password.
Mm-hmm. I know. I like to make it complicated. Should have spelled life with like a Y, you know, so it would really throw you guys off. That's mean. I would never do that. But all right, what else we got? What are the successes? We're all here.
We're talking about
Saying how we felt like it was
the health
bedtime.
bet.
Yeah. Anna was sharing health bet stuff.
Yeah, that was. I think everybody's been doing so well, so that's awesome.
And you guys are really putting out great posts. Really nice, really good ones, really engaging.
Yeah, speaking of posts, was there anybody signed up to do the motivational ones?
I filled in the gap for a few of them this week. I think Kim has one for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I tried to fill in a few more just to keep the ball rolling. So I have a couple things scheduled. You can look, but I put my name down wherever I scheduled something.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I really think we've got a lot of engagement just with the daily accountability posts, that motivation is just like icing on the cake.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. I'm waiting for one of my girls to respond with her weight, and she literally has 55 minutes to go. Now, what happens if she forgets until tomorrow? Should I just let her do it?
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week. It was kind of like we set these parameters, we've mentioned them, like you probably private messaged her multiple times. I think ultimately it comes down to coach discretion, but the rules are the rules. So
yeah, that's fair.
I mean, okay, say someone's Grammy's dying or something and she couldn't get your, like, oh my gosh, yes, you can totally weigh in tomorrow. But if it's like, oh, I forgot, it's like, well, then it's not really a priority. And there's a lot of people who are really kicking ass and making it a priority. So I don't know. It's totally up to you. I don't know. It's totally up to you.
I agree.
I think just the next time we are, like if we do it in January, I think it needs to be ultra clear in the group what the rules, what the parameters are, because that's not in there, that like you're out of the money if you don't do the weekly weigh-in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's, I think, and I'm not like placing blame or anything. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, if that's something that takes someone out of the money, then we should be really clear about it in the future, because some people are going to get nitpicky about it.
Well, should we look back? Because I feel like that is like the only parameter we've ever set was that they have to weigh in weekly, right? Or is it the 4%?
I guess I thought it was a before. And maybe I wasn't clear on that because I thought it was the initial weigh-in and then the weigh-in has to be within a certain parameter at the end, but I didn't know the weekly. So I don't know. And maybe that was discussed in, one of the calls too.
Yeah. I know I missed a couple calls. I'm not 100%, but I think Jess has the pinned post. Let me look.
Yeah, and I think it's in there, but it's not like you can put things in there, but when you don't say like what happens if you don't do this. So I think to your point, Deanna, we weren't explicit about saying if you do not weigh in, you will not be eligible for the pot of gold. But you weigh-ins.
Yeah.
But you just can't leave any room for gray if you're going to take someone out of the money.
Exactly.
But Jess, you did put, don't forget about the required word of the week and send in your photos by 9 p.m. on Mondays.
Yeah.
I mean, you did say it was required, but we didn't say you'd be out if you didn't weigh in. So I guess people could argue that.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll be flexible this time around just because we weren't that clear.
Yeah. But no, that's really good note for next time. Like,
yep.
You have to submit your pictures.
Yeah.
Hi, Lily. Hi, Melanie.
Hey.
Lily, you're on here twice. It's just mine.
It won't. There we go.
Oh, yep. There you go. You're good. Cool.
It wasn't hanging up for some reason.
All right. We're talking wins. We were talking a little bit about the health bet. Anybody have any success stories or wins they want to share?
One of my customers, who's also my mom, she lost 4.2 pounds in her first week.
Awesome.
So she was pretty proud of that. She suffers from migraines, rheumatoid arthritis, regular arthritis, so many other things, and she can only do yoga because of the arthritis. So she's just like, well, I can't work out, and I'm like, you don't have to work out. Just focus on your nutrition and then just move your body. And she lost 4.2 pounds, and she's just like, well, I can do this, because she could never think that she could actually lose weight because she couldn't do anything. It's like, focus on your nutrition and then move your body and go from there. So that was a big one.
I saw that she was having such a good week with her food and just getting things done. That's so awesome.
Yeah, she finally figured it out because I had her try the sample Shakeology packs, just the 5-pack or 4-pack, because she wanted Shakeology, but she couldn't do the whey flavors because she's a big texture person and she couldn't deal with the aftertaste or the texture. But for whatever reason, the vegan, all the flavors, she loved them all. So she has every single flavor on order for every single different month for all next year. Like, okay, whatever works. But yeah, she's fully in love, and her doctor's just like, if that's what works for you, that's great, because Shakeology is good and it'll work for you, because she can't she had some kind of surgery 5 years ago to her stomach is smaller than the normal person, so she can't have regular sized meals, and that works for her. So yeah.
Cool. But you try the peppermint mocha. That one's good.
I'm getting some on order, so I'm gonna have her try some. And I think she ordered like 3 boxes of pumpkin spice before they went out, so she's stocked for a while.
I'm sorry, Kim, were you saying something? No? Okay. Cool. What other wins? Anybody want to share?
I have one.
Cards and hoping to get some responses back.
What was that?
Oh, Lily, I think you were frozen. We heard responses back.
Probably. The internet is horrible. Internet is horrible.
All right, Jen, what was yours?
from them.
She might have been talking about maybe the peppermint mocha too, but I'm not sure. But I had one person buy it like right away, which is like she was aware and she committed to doing it. And I think that's a win because she was excited to try it. So, and I ordered my own. Did you guys order too?
I haven't
I
yet.
have, this is one I'm not I'm not
You're not a
in for.
fan? Oh, it's my favorite.
Mm.
Mine too.
No, my order just shipped Friday. And I'm like, oh my God, can I change it to peppermint mocha?
Mm-hmm.
They said no, but that's fine. Because it's a different quantity, right? It's a small.
Yep.
It is. It's 14.
Yep.
And it's not
Whatever.
a HD, so it doesn't count for, like it won't, even if they ordered 90. Well, maybe if they ordered 90, no, I think because
No.
it's not HD, they still can't do it, even if they order 90 PV, right? You still
No,
wouldn't
but
get points
if
from
you
anybody.
have other HD orders, you'll be fine.
I meant like for a Success Club point.
Oh yeah. No, it doesn't count. It's just volume.
Yeah. And it does count. Like if you get the 2 boxes, maybe you can just get one. Because I am like the 365er.
Mm.
That's one reason why I never skip my months of Shakeology because I want the prize.
Yeah.
I did get peppermint mocha one time because it was a smaller amount and it still qualified. So
Oh, good.
even though it was a lesser amount.
Yeah, that whole thing, I haven't because I have 2 different Shakeology orders that I go between. So after I hit the 3-year, then it stopped doing it.
Mm.
Yeah, I had to call them because it was messed up, but I just get my Shakeology wine glass. Goals. Cool. What else? What other successes and wins? Well, I'll shout out to Carol, who Sue's not on the call tonight, but Carol started vegan time nutrition today. Yay. I think she's multitasking. Are you working, Carol?
Yeah, sorry.
You're fine.
My real job that has to interfere with my other fun job.
That's okay. But yeah, so we're trying to team up and stay on track. I'm doing vegetarian and they're doing vegan. I can't do vegan. But I'm not dead and I ate vegetarian all day. I didn't have any meat. I'm alive and I feel good. What else? What other successes? Any? Cool. Lily sent 2 share cards. That's awesome. Very cool.
You gotta put it in the post. I think
Yeah.
that's in there, isn't it? Or is it, well, we can make it in there. It's not.
Your little shopping carts in there. I liked this one had the Power Hour one this time. I don't think
It
that
did.
was last time. So
No, I think they're changing it up each time
Mhm.
with something different to.
yeah, it makes me want to do another Power Hour. All right. So what else do people have? What else do you guys want to chat about? I had some really good motivational notes, but I think they're in the other room. A podcast I listened to. Any other successes? And I'll look for my notes. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can remember. No, it's not. It's definitely not coming to me. I had a customer that asked, damn, that's awesome. 5 pounds. Yeah, I think I'll follow up with Sue because I don't think the calculations on the chart are working. Because
Yeah, it didn't automatically populate when I put mine in.
yeah, and I wonder
Same as mine.
too. I think it'd be really cool to see how much weight people lost last week to this week, like the whole group. So hopefully tomorrow morning we can do a quick calculation and see how much people lost. Because I think my girls, I posted about it this morning, they lost like 19 19.6 pounds between the 7 of us, which is really good. That's awesome. They motivated me because I gained weight this week, so it's okay. I had cookie dough for dinner, but I don't judge. See, that's why I'm such a binger. I knew I was gonna go vegetarian today, and I'm like, I'm gonna eat all of the raw eggs that I can, and it's so bad. We were talking about that self-sabotage. It's like, oh my God, why do I do this to myself every time? Maybe that'll be a good topic for the nutrition call. Why do we self-sabotage?
We did that. Deanna did that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Did you? Oh,
you missed it.
was it last?
It was 2 weeks ago. This week is going to be meal prep or meal planning strategies.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right. What else people got? Wish I could remember my cool notes. Piss me off.
I have 3/4 bag, paper bag size, like Fred Meyer paper bag size of candy in my house, and I've only had 2. So
That's awesome.
between 3 kids, it's almost a full grocery size bag of candy.
That's hard.
When?
What was that? When?
I said that's a win.
Oh, that's a win. Yeah.
For me, yeah, because I have a huge sweet tooth. So,
Yeah.
but like I was telling Lily and a couple other people on the morning workout one, that when it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So it's all in my freezer outside in my garage.
Yeah, that's
So it
really
helps keep it.
very good. So I will just paraphrase what I can remember from my motivational podcast that I was listening to. Feel free to share. All right. Drum roll, please. Okay, but it was talking about belief and like believing in yourself. You know, I feel like I talk about this all the time, but I doubt myself all the time as a coach. I'm always like, is this right for me? I see the end goal and this big vision that, you know, we probably have for ourselves as coaches and like what it's going to look like. And I can't ever, it's like, it's trying to find the right path to get there. And so what the podcast is talking about is, you know, thinking about Edison and the light bulb, or the Wright brothers flying a plane. It's like, do you know how many times they failed before they got there? You know, you could see the light bulb, you knew it was going to happen, but you just didn't know how to get there. And so it's like constantly trying to find and try different things to figure out your path, to figure out how to get there. And I was like, damn, that really like resonates with me, because you know, we're all trying these new things. We're trying to, you know, throwing the spaghetti on the wall, trying to figure out what sticks. And as long as we don't stop, we're going to get there eventually, whatever it looks like for you. So that was my motivational podcast that I was listening to the other day. It was just really helpful. Got the wheels turning and just kind of validates that it's okay to fail. We're all going to fail. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we keep moving. So it was just nice to hear that it doesn't have to be perfect. We don't have to have it all figured out. We just have to keep moving, one foot in front of the other, and just keep trying. Anybody else have any good PD they've been listening to or watching, or anything that like lit their fire? Because we're all feeling like it's an hour later than what it really is.
I've been reading this. Essentialism. I always want to call it existentialism, but it's essentialism. And it's has anybody else read it? It's called The Disciplined Pursuit of Less. And basically, if it isn't a clear yes, then it's a no. And it's about focusing on what you want and saying no to absolutely everything else. I'm trying to look for the chart. So I think I'm a visual type person. So it was kind of like, this is the synopsis of the book, kind of. It's like when you're trying to do everything in all different ways, this is the momentum you're getting. And if you just focused on one, you could go so much further, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about, so I've liked it so far. but it's so confusing, whatever book I'm reading, that I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Like when I was reading Grant Cardone, I was like, yes, 10 times more. That's what I need to be doing. That's why it's never worked. And then, like whatever. And then the next one is like, oh, well, set your goals at half. And I'm like, oh, yes, that's what I need. Half my goals. Then I can do it, So like, I'm to the point where my head is just spinning, where I'm like, do I say yes or do I say no? Do I try every opportunity or do I just focus on one? Like I'm not.
Yeah, it's all about that trial and error, figuring out what works. I mean, yeah, still just trying to figure out how your body functions. Like I was just talking about that on my stories. It's just weird. It's all weird. But we're gonna figure it out, and then it's gonna change, and like algorithms are gonna change, and we're gonna have to refigure it out. So we have to get excited about the figuring out phase. How does this work? How do we reach out to people? How do we connect with people? All of the fun things. I was listening or reading again the Fuck Leadership book. Sorry, that's very, very. It's just really good. Just a good reminder about just stepping up and like taking ownership for your. It's like no BS. Like stop, get out of your own way. Stop. Like, why do we not invite people? Again, I still beat myself up about it almost every day. I'm like, why can't I just reach out and invite people? Like, I want them to join me on this journey. This is so much fun. We're cool people. Why would you not want to hang out with us? We might be a little tired tonight just because it's daylight savings time and we're all trying to adjust, but like it's just, I don't know. I feel like you're on the brink of something and you just can't figure out what that hurdle is to get over so you can get to that next step. Feels like that's my hurdle. I don't know. Does anybody else feel like that? Yeah. What is it? Yeah, like Ken said, do more, do less. What do you do? What was I didn't listen to the National Wake Up Call today, but I think one of the recent ones was about the needle moving things, unless I was listening to a podcast, but she just kept talking about the things that move the needle in your business. What is it for you? Like, what are those things that get you to the next level? Sorry, my children are yelling at each other. You can hear them. So what has worked for you in the past is coaching? Like what steps have worked for you in the past? Sorry, people want to steal my iPad charger. Transformations. Yeah, Jen, you shared that one from Control Freak the other day, and you got a lot of engagement on it, right? Was it Kat's transformation, I think?
I just feel like anytime I share transformations, whether it be my own story, just reminding people where I started, especially if they're new to following me, and not everything always lands in the news feed. So I feel like sometimes it's worth sharing more than you think you should, even if it's just on your like page or, you change social media platforms and one day do it here, one day do it there. But anytime I share somebody's transformation, ears perk up. And so it's funny, Jess, because you had your group picture today and you talked about weight loss and the health bet. I feel like you got a lot of traction there too, because people like to hear about results, right?
Yeah.
So I always seem to get something out of transformation stories, whether it's a conversation going or interest or something like that. And I got to do it more often.
Yeah, I agree. It's seeing is believing, and that's just, I think our nature is when we can see a before and after picture. It's so much different than when you hear someone saying every day, oh, this has changed my life. It's like, how? I can't see it. Like, I totally get that. I need to do the same thing. More transformations.
I think an idea for anybody who has access to our tracker, maybe without showing anybody's names, right? Just looking at the columns, if you just take your phone and on your stories, just kind of say, look at this, all these numbers and all this. Once we get the calculations going, just from week 1, because everybody is freaking doing so awesome there.
Mhm.
And I feel like showing results, then people know it's the real deal. It's not
Yeah.
just what we say it is, you know? It could be an idea.
No, I love it. This is a good idea. Sharing results.
I mean, they do say that one of the best ways to get your business going is just by diving in and committing to a program,
Mhm.
right? Because if you go all in and commit to a program, everybody gets results, even if it's just your starting point to leveling up one, you know, it's
Mhm.
still results. So I think that's just a natural way to start moving your business forward.
It's true. I remember how much fun it was when we did, well, I thought it was a lot of fun to do Transform 20 because every week, every time you were like, you were showing progress in your numbers, like you were trying to beat yourself every week and it was recorded and it was very visible, and they were fast numbers. So it wasn't like, oh, I did 1 more push-up. It was like, oh, I did, 6 more steps or 10 more, the numbers went up so fast. So it really had the illusion of making a lot of progress, or maybe it was an illusion. I don't know.
Well, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. It gave us something easy to share. Like, it's hard to share the why we do this. It's hard to put it into words. I don't know. I have a hard time a lot of times just articulating like how I'm feeling. I'm like, this will change your freaking life if you let it, but you have to get into it and figure it out and like work it out and just put this big ass puzzle together. But you got to get in there. You got to start flipping your pieces over and working out your edges and do however you do puzzles. But when you have those little results, it just makes it easier to share. Kind of even like the health bet. It was easy to share this because it gave somebody an idea of what the end is going to look like. The end is going to be this pot of money. We don't know what that looks like, but we know it's going to be a chunk of money that everybody can win, which is really cool and really exciting for people. It's like, how do we keep that momentum going? Like, I love the momentum of October and I don't want to get off track. And then we're in December and it's like, shit, I didn't help anybody this month. And, hey, let's start not to be control freaks. So it's like, how do we keep that momentum going and keep people excited? And yeah, I love that idea of sharing the starting weights. Nobody's going to know whose they are. So I think that's a really good idea, sharing the tracker.
Yeah, taking a peek at the tracker or talking about, like you talked about, like your peeps lost this much or the collective group has lost this much. I mean, the numbers, it's a story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Cool.
That's definitely worked before in the past. Also, just committing to doing the power hour, which I haven't committed to doing, but that works. That definitely, you are forced to get some work done, whether it be
Right.
part of it or all of it, but you're doing something, so, and that kind of forces you to just work on it. It's in your room. Versus saying, I'm going to do my own work tonight, and then you get sidetracked or you get tired or whatever.
Mhm.
But power hours or power half hours are great. And I forget who mentioned, I think it might have been, who was on the call with us who mentioned a power half hour or hour that was really good. Do you remember that? It was like,
Courtney, maybe?
was it Courtney?
Platinum
And
Presenters.
which one did she say it was?
I think it might have been the Platinum Presenters one.
Yep.
And they have one like every day.
Yeah.
Super focused on the business. Yeah.
I gotta find the time for that because I feel like I need to get my butt on one of those.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it was Courtney, and I think she said it was really structured. So
Yep.
this is what you're doing during this time, which, yeah, that's really, that makes
Yep.
sense. We all need structure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to commit to doing a power hour this week. I will try to find a Platinum Presenters one because I always like to see people do it.
Me too. I want to try to fit that in at least once or twice this week.
We'll do at least one.
I need some refresher like ideas too. Like sometimes just little tips that somebody else might say, I might go, oh yeah, I used to do that. Or, oh yeah, let me give that a try. So it's good to hear from other people. Other things that work is obviously personal development works and there's so many variations of personal development. Like Jess, I know you always like podcasts. I feel like sometimes getting on like other top coaches trainings are really useful too. Because we have our team call here that we discuss ideas and things we're doing as a team, but we don't necessarily have like someone teaching us things.
Right.
So I feel like learning from coaches is really important.
Yeah, learning from people who have the experience to share like what is working.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking about when I posted it in the Made for More page the other day, was like, do we want to invite someone else from outside of our group to like come and talk to us, just kind of really light some fires, and I think it creates opportunities for other people to become leaders too when you put them into that situation.
That's a good idea.
So, I mean, I don't know if anybody wants to do that or wants to reach out to people, see if anybody wants to come chat with us. And I don't know, it's just something to think about. I might actually ask my success partner. She's just really good. I mesh well with her. Like the way she does things makes sense to me. And she's really good with her tracker. And I really suck at the tracker. I'm happy to ask her and just see if she can come talk to us for like, she's probably gonna freak her out, but maybe like 15, 20 minutes. Like, does that sound cool?
And I didn't we have that video from Hillary? And I think Jen, you thought it might be a good idea for her to come and talk, or maybe it was Jess.
I was like, do you think because I got an email from her.
Oh, right.
recently.
Jen posted it, and then Jess, you made the comment.
Yeah.
To have Hillary come and talk on our.
Yeah, I don't know if she would or not.
Call. Yeah, I don't know her very well.
I don't either.
I don't really talk to her, and I don't really want to. So.
Okay, we won't have her come then.
But if you guys want to have her on the call, you're more than welcome to reach out to her,
No, you're
I just don't feel comfortable doing that. So.
You're good. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Your presence here is more important to me than Hillary's. But if anybody else has other people, or like Kim, I know you're always talking about your coach friend Shannon, or like some people you work with in other groups.
I was thinking about that, asking what I could ask if you guys would be interested, or they might even offer us to come to one of their weekly calls or something, to invite us to join them if you guys would be interested. Because Team Dynamite has a lot of calls. I think their weekly call is the same time as ours, though. But yeah, I'll check around too, if people would be interested.
Yeah, I mean, we can try it out. If we're all like, that was terrible, we just won't do it anymore. So we'll ask people. Yeah, trial and error, right? Oh, so who listened to the National Wake Up Call today? Emily, you get a gold star.
I did.
Lily did.
I did.
How was it?
Yes, I did. It was good. My husband commented that she has a lot of energy and that her voice kept like going up and up and up and up, and she was so excited to be on the call. But the energy level was really good. And the fact that she kept saying that she would rock a program and then she would dive bomb and she would gain all the weight back, and then she would rock a program and then she would dive bomb again. And I feel like that is a very common, relatable thing that probably most of us could relate to, where we get rock star, results, and then, in between that program and starting the next program, we let our nutrition slide and we don't focus as much on our workouts, or we don't give our 110%. And so it was just, she's obviously been able to make it work and make it stick and build her business. And so if you're in that same boat, then obviously it can work and you can have a business and make a business, even if you are in that same boat of, I have gained all my weight back and I'm gonna, nail the next program, which is 9-week Control Freak. You can do that, and obviously she's done it, and she's, has led by example. So I don't know. I thought it was really motivational and interesting to listen to. And again, she was very excited to be on the call.
Good to know.
She was very emotional on the call with talking about her story as well. So that was, I don't usually get choked up a lot with listening to that kind of stuff, but I got choked up because I could feel that when she was talking about her husband and bringing him home, because that was kind of like mine too, here and there, not as drastic as what hers was, but kind of similar. So when she's talking about the business part where she finally understood the turning point that she got, where he was out of state on a different job because he lost his previous job, and this was the one that paid well, benefits were good, but the unfortunate thing was he saw his oldest daughter, which was roughly younger than my daughter's age, grow up through FaceTime for like 6 months or something like that. So once she was able to bring him home, because the business part, that's where it started to get, I guess where I started to get choked up. So it felt real, not to say that it's not real. It hit home for me on that part. And then the same thing with the whole yo-yoing, because I will yo-yo in between programs, because I'm not in a program where my diet, where my nutrition is on point. It's like, okay, the program's done, I can go a little bit more lax, but then that also leads to getting back to where I was. So for me, I could totally relate to her. So
Yeah, I'll have to catch the replay on that one. Sounds like a good one. I can definitely relate to all of that. Go for dinner. But anyway, let's move on from that. Oh, no, that's cool though. I need to set my alerts too, because I don't get the notifications anymore when they go live. Like I used to get a notification in Facebook, and I was just thinking, I don't think I get that anymore. Because that's always helpful for me, because I get wrapped up in work and forget what time it is. Cool. What else we got? I don't have much of an agenda tonight, so sorry. It's a very loose agenda. We got our health bet rolling, so I think we spent a lot of our time the last few weeks talking about that. What is everybody's plans to hit Success Club in November?
Is there going to be a Black Friday sale? Does anybody know?
I think so. I mean, there usually is.
Yeah, and they just announced that, what is it, $20 off challenge packs?
And completion packs.
Completion packs,
But,
yeah.
there was the graphics thing that Christina and I use, the Pixel and Hue. They're actually putting together like a Black Friday sale, with graphics and information and things like that, which sounds kind of interesting. It'll be, this year is going to be a little bit different, right? Because a lot of companies are doing their Black Friday early. Mm-hmm. And so it might make sense to do it around then. I don't know if some people, like there's so many other things going on that they don't see the Beachbody stuff as much, or it's not on the top of the list, or I don't know if it'd be worth doing some kind of flash sale type.
Kim? I'm just kidding.
Oh, no, I was wondering that too, if that would work for us or not, if we wanted to try it. Or if
The nice thing is every challenge pack is on sale, but not everyone will have the nutrition. I think most will by that point.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing the shipping delays too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I placed an order on the 19th and it still hasn't shipped yet. So
Oh, mine have been right on time now.
I don't know. I got an email, 2 different emails saying like, they were very communicative about it, and that's cool. But I'm like,
What was it?
2 things of Energize and what else did I have in there? Oh, I think it was just my performance stack and then an extra thing Energize. I'm like completely out of Energize. I was like begging my coaches and my customers, can I please borrow some Energize? And thank you, Jen. I will let you know if I need you to ship me some. I did find a girl locally that let me have a whole container, and I just have to give it back when I'm done. Or when I get mine. But anyway, I know they're working on it. They're very aware. It sounds like it's not a Beachbody issue. It's more of a warehouse issue. And
Yeah, that's interesting because I in that amount of time I've gotten a stack and energized.
yeah,
So I don't know.
I don't know either. And the reason why I flagged the peppermint
My
today, my barista pack was on back order, the one that I ordered on Friday. So I don't know what's going on, but a couple things. Sorry, Lily, what were you saying?
Oh, I know that one of my performance stacks is back ordered to the 14th, or won't ship until the 14th or something. So
Wow.
they're obviously having some back ordered challenges plus the shipping challenges that are unrelated to Beachbody.
Yeah. Yeah. So just a heads up, if your customers start asking questions, just let them know they're working on it. Yeah. I'm a bummer, but
They do have that FAQ that lists out everything that's back ordered and everything that's low inventory, and it also has that video of Carl where he explains. So it looks better if you look at that FAQ. It's a lot of stuff has been cleared, but there are still a few things that are on there. So
yeah, thanks for that reminder. I forget about that all the time. Cool. So we skipped over the flash sale. Do you think we want to try to do a flash sale? Do we want to try to run one in a few weeks?
Do we need to? I mean, since Beachbody does one, do we?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if we did
how do we
like
make
a
it
group
work for
around
us?
Beachbody's flash sale. I don't know, so you can talk up certain things.
Mhm. And get that. I love it when we have all that engagement that, when we all put our customers
Yeah.
together, it really builds.
But yeah, that reminds me, I forgot to do that food swap you wanted to do somebody will have to take that on the daily question.
Okay, I can do that because I'm wondering, and I have another week before I post, and I'm like, everything's gonna be out. What are the topics?
We can also do like a
I mean, like, if you were a piece of furniture, what would you be? Like I don't want to get to that point.
Oh, that's funny. I would totally be a couch, by the way. No, I'm kidding. But we can maybe do a story sale. Like, I don't know if anybody would be up for that. I have no idea what that would really entail, but like do something through our stories, and like we could be really intentional about posting in our stories every day and tagging each other and doing maybe a sale that way instead of maybe a group, trying that out. It might be a terrible idea. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know.
Do you get enough engagement with your stories to be able to do that and make it worth your while?
Sometimes if I
stories.
look back at the, what people respond to, like if you do a polling question, I always forget to go back and look and see what people actually responded to. Yeah, I don't know. Just something to think about. I'm not opposed to a group though either. We can think about it, figure it out.
Do we maybe want to do something in the Bet on You group since we already have all the people in there?
Yeah, that might be running by the time we actually get. I mean, we don't know when Beachbody's actually going to run theirs yet. It might be that's a great idea.
I think that's a great idea too. because we've already got all those people engaged and paying attention, and they may or may not be doing Beachbody workouts or programs and might be interested. And we could, like you guys did before, we could comment if we've done the program and our results, and yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, let's keep our eyes open for more info from Beachbody on that.
Yeah, for the Black Friday sale. I was gonna say something and I totally lost it. I don't know, it's gone. All right, any other ideas for Success Club in November?
Well, I mean, it is awesome, the No Excuse November sale.
Mm-hmm. Has anybody shared that yet? I have not.
Promoting, no.
Like, I haven't either. I promise I'm not saying things like, I have already shared it. Have you guys shared it? I am like, oh, this is making me think that I need to share that. My to-do list is growing.
Can we share that same post that they have on their Coach 411 page?
I don't think you can share from that page because I don't think it's a public page, but maybe I could be wrong. One of those Beachbody pages is not public.
411 is the public one.
But 411, okay.
And it's a page. The Champions is a group and it's private.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, yeah.
I don't pull from that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Share it.
You can share when they make a post public, then you can share it just directly into Facebook. But I've just taken screenshots in the past sometimes and shared that or repurposed that into a different post.
I do that too, like or I'll download the photo or take a screenshot because I think then it's not, I feel like it gets more traction with the algorithms or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. But sometimes when I share a post, I get nothing, no likes, no responses.
Oh, you should post in Made for More, and I will totally like or comment on your posts. Be like, hey, I need some engagement. I'll pretend like I don't know what Beachbody is, and I'll ask you random questions. No, I won't do that to you, but I totally will, like, comment and stuff. So I don't.
No, I just mean I feel like, you know, usually somebody responds, but if nobody responds, it feels like it didn't even get visible.
Yeah, and it probably didn't. But yeah. Those damn algorithms.
Are you going to ask them random questions, Jess, that you get in your polls? Like, is the sky blue? Don't you get those random
I don't. Should I?
answers? Oh, no. Sometimes when I do questions, I get just the dumbest answers. Like, they obviously clearly did not respond to whatever I am asking about. They just answer, you know, something that just to get attention or something. I'm not sure why they would bother even asking if they're not even going to answer properly. But
yeah, I noticed when I use the ask question feature that I will get really like, I'll be like, what time do you wake up in the morning? And they'll be like, do you like cheeseburgers? Like, they respond with a question, and I'm like, stop messaging me.
yes,
I don't know
exactly.
what's going on. Yes, I love cheeseburgers, but leave me alone. Don't judge me. Yeah, I don't, you know, I don't know, the poll, it's, again, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. The best thing for me is having targeted conversations with people and just continuing to follow up with them over and over and over again. And over again. And I, like, even one of my girls who started the Bet on You, she'd already gotten challenge packs like 2 years ago. She's done it twice. She's gotten challenge packs twice. She's like, I want to do it this time. I'm like, great, let's get you signed up. Like, what's going to be different this time for you, though? What are you going to do differently? So,
You know, but that was part of the morning wake up call. The gal that was speaking, and I can't remember her name, she bought a challenge pack way back, or the DVDs way back in 2007, and did the program, didn't know anything about Beachbody, didn't know anything about coaching or anything. She bought it because of an infomercial, And so she did the program, got awesome results, like lost 130 pounds or something. And then she gained it all back. But it just goes to show you that you need to keep asking, and you need to keep, even if they did buy a challenge pack 2 years ago, you never know. Maybe 9-week Control Freak is the one that they just have to have and have to sign up as a coach. I mean, I had a coach do that. She wanted early access to MBF. And so she's like, I'm going to sign up as a coach. I'm like, okay, great. You don't have to coach at all. But if you want to do that in the future, this would be a great, she's like, no, I just want early access. I'm like, okay, well, you never know. But, and I keep feeding her and asking her questions like, hey, do you have anybody else that might want to do this with you? Do you, so it's just having them around you and keep asking them. I mean, I don't know how many times I've heard on the morning wake up call, my sponsor coach asked me 50 times before I finally said yes. How many times have you heard that on the wake up call? A ton. So just keep asking, keep sharing.
Yep, you're right. You're so right. Super.
Her name was Ashley McClellan on the wake up call this morning.
Cool. She spoke before. Her name sounds familiar. Oh well, I'll look her.
No, because she said that this was a bucket list for her, which is one of the reasons why she was so excited to be on the call.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, so we've got Super Saturday this weekend. Who's going? Do you guys have your plans figured out? Do you know what your links are? I don't.
No, I'm still having trouble figuring out where that information is. So
I finally got an email on mine. Jeff had talked about hers, and I didn't get anything for a couple of days later. I finally got
an email.
I'll keep checking.
I got an email.
And it's in the champion. Well. It's in the champions page too.
Yeah,
it's in the champions group.
I saw the links in our back office, but it didn't tell me an agenda or anything. So maybe it's
mine didn't either. It just said who the speakers were going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't really go into detail.
Do we want to try to do something as a group, or are we all gonna? I don't really like a West Coast, East Coast, Central, whatever, but I'm up for whatever. So I don't know what the advantage is other than Danielle Natoni is going to be doing our workout.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not opposed to doing something together. I haven't even looked at the time of ours yet. I need to figure that out. Well, and maybe that could be something we talk about too in the Made for More page, like what time is everybody else is happening, maybe it'll work out better for some people who are on different time zones. So do we want to start a thread and just say, here's
which one
region, here's who because I'd rather do a live workout with Danielle Natoni than, I don't know who's doing ours. Maybe they're really cool too, but I'd definitely rather do that workout. As long as I'm not sleeping, but hopefully it won't be at 7 a.m. on Saturday.
Well, it's the West Coast, so it won't
It's
be.
10 a.m.
Oh, good.
Ours is at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Perfect. Yeah. So does that sound cool? We'll just post once we figure out what our region is and like who's talking, and then we can figure out if we all want to meet together somehow. I don't know how we'll really stream that, but we can figure it out. Maybe screen share. Northeast.
That's what I just posted the email that I got, and I guess it's being done for the Northeast region, and they're live streaming promptly at 9 a.m. on the 7th. Will be 90 minutes, and this will be a virtual event for every region. And then it gives some other details with the link. So you guys came 12 days ago. and I just kind of put it in my folder. So, and there's also an FAQ 9790 that will give more information if you guys want to check that. Wendy's director. You can check. Am I frozen?
Yeah.
I just in, right?
Yeah.
I'm
that's our-
really
someone
yeah.
care- Are you interested?
Hi, Jess. You're
Was my-
breaking up, Lily.
Was my face frozen in a stupid position
You're
again?
back.
Yeah,
A couple of times.
it was
Oh, yeah.
fantastic.
Fantastic.
I hope you got pictures. Please tag me because they're my favorite. I already look really bad tonight, so I can only imagine what my face looked like. Ugh.
Oh, yes, my analog guy just gave me, it's 9 o'clock. He just sent his, win.
Oh.
Except I
Okay,
still
okay.
have to figure out the stupid analog.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, you might want to get that one clarified. Okay, well, before I get cut off again, because apparently Zoom hates me, let's take a picture that doesn't make my face look super stupid, please. Just thanks. Okay, ready?
Mhm.
3, 2, 1. I'll make Stacy Elsa or something cool. Yeah. And then I had just one random question. I know we're over time, but has anybody seen anything else about the preferred customers as versus a coach? Anything else come out? I'm just wondering, like,
No.
will preferred customers be able to get exclusive access, like VIP access to things? So if anybody sees anything, please share it in our page so we know what's going on.
Maybe we'll be hearing more about that on the weekend,
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, good point.
because I think they try to save some big announcements for that.
Yeah. Yeah,
So, yeah.
cool. All right, guys.
All righty.
See you hopefully Thursday night, if not next Monday, or maybe Saturday. Or on morning.
Okay. All right.
Good one.